And then think about it, we noticed that Kevin's method was more precise than Jason's method, even though both were correct. And now we're going to go over why Kevin's method was the most appropriate method to use in this problem. Okay. So in the interaction of new material problem, before we go over that, we're going to talk about the key points that were exhibited in what you guys saw. So the first key point is adding a positive value will result in a larger quantity. Second thing, and this is what Kevin established when he did his problem, we can represent addition expressions generally as P plus Q, where P is the initial value and Q is the distance from P. And then adding a negative value will result in a smaller value, or you can say smaller quantity. So the conjecture that we're going to test on these two problems that we have right here is adding a positive value results in a larger quantity, and adding a negative value results in a smaller quantity. So for both of these, we're just going to find the value of the expression below and represent our answer on the number line. But the number line is not provided because I wanted to model how to draw your own number line just in case you have to use that method. So the first one, we have -2 plus -4. Please note that -4 is in that parentheses, so it's just -2 plus -4. When it's a negative, the negative tells you in which direction. So negative means that you're moving left, okay? So let's put negative, move left, and we're gonna say positive, if it's a positive or without a sign, positive, we're gonna move right. Okay, because if you're thinking about it, when you're adding that negative value, if you're moving left, that's going to result in that smaller quantity, right? And then if you're adding a positive, you move right, it's going to result in a larger quantity. So negative, move left, and this is a please note, stars, negative, move left, and then positive, move right. Okay, let me just erase that because I don't like how they look. And then I'm just going to put this red, please note, negative, move left, positive, move right. Okay? Let's put S2 moves left, positive moves right. So let's draw the number line. The first thing I'm going to put on my number line is that 0. Okay? I'm going to have my equal intervals going here, trying to make sure that it's, uniform. On the other side, the same thing. Uniform ticks going on the other side. Okay? So from 0, we have positive, they're moving right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative, we're going to put on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Include that negative sign for all the numbers. Okay? So next step, we're going to identify the P. Remember, we said the P, because we have to put it P plus Q. So P is the initial value that we have, that is 2, and Q is that distance from the initial value. So starting from 0, we said -2, negative move left. So you're going all the way over to -2. -2, that's the initial value, P. And then Q is from that initial value of -2, we're going 4 units. Look, it's -4 units left. So from there, we're going 4 units left. So 1 to -3, 2, 3, 4 units left. Put the arrow right there and then indicate what that is. That's from my initial value. The Q is 4 units to the left. Okay, so the answer that we got right here is -6. So remember, the conjecture said that adding a positive value results in a larger quantity and adding a negative value results in smaller quantity, right? So from -2, -6 is definitely smaller, so this proves our conjecture. So I'm just going to write it in a number sentence. We have -2 plus -4 equals -6. And this one proved our conjecture. So I'm going to put a check right there. Okay? Let's move on to the next problem. So on the next problem, we have 5 plus -7 plus 3. So 5 is positive, -7 should get it smaller, and then a +3 should make it bigger, according to the conjecture. So first off, let's draw the number line. Where 0 is. So 0 is right here. Put my ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just putting it to 7 because I don't know where it's going to lie. Okay? So I know that it's more than 5 on the right and then, more than 7 on the left. Okay? So we said up here, positive move to the right. So to the right of 0, we have our positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negatives to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put the negative sign. Don't forget. Negatives are on the left. So initial value is 5. So I'm just going to put P over 5. Okay? From the initial value, we have a Q. Okay? But wait, there's another Q. So I'm just going to put a 1 beside this Q. And this other Q, I'm going to put a 2. So we have two Qs there. So one is going to be the movement from the initial value, and then the other one is going to be the movement from that new value that we got after that movement. So starting at 0, 5 is positive, so we're moving to the right. So going all the way up to +5 plus 5. From 5, we're going to do another movement. This -7 is negative, so you're moving 7 units to the left. So you can say that it is 5 to 0, and then we need 2 more. -2. So this is -7 because you're moving 7 units to the left. Remember, the conjecture said adding a negative value results in a smaller quantity. Okay? Let's look. We added the 5. We added the 5 to 0. That's the initial value. And then the Q, the distance from the initial value, that first Q, brought it to -2. Because 7 was negative, -2 is definitely smaller than -5. Okay? So from -2 now, we're going to add the next Q that we have, which is 3. So 3 is a +3, so we're moving 3 units to the right. Okay? So -2, then we have -1, that's 1, 0, 2, and then 1, that is 3. So +3 right there, and our answer is 1. Okay? So this proves the conjecture again. So we have 5 plus -7 in parentheses plus 3 is equal to 1. Okay? That's how you use the number line to add integers. So right here, I included the criteria for success. Okay? Draw a number line and label the 0. That's what I did first. Count and draw an arrow from 0 to the initial value P. Going, and that's where I highlighted, going left for negative and right for positive. So in the first one, it was negative. We went left first. In the second one, it was positive. That's why we went right to +5. Count and draw an arrow from the initial value P. That is the length and direction of the second value Q. Repeat the third bullet point if multiple Qs are present. That's what I did for this one. We had multiple Qs. Okay? And then the last step, the sum is the number on the number line that lines up with the tip of the final arrow. So the tip of the final arrow is right there, and that is the sum. Okay? This is all. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.